name's James. I'm a personal trainer from empoweringpt.co.uk, and today I'm going to be talking to you about full range of movement. So full range of movement is when you use a muscle throughout its whole length. Now you get different amount of tension on different parts of the muscle depending on where you're using it. For example, when you're doing a bicep curl, the bicep runs from the elbow all the way up and into the shoulder. So what you need to do is get full arm extension before you curl the weight and all the way back down again. That allows you to use the whole muscle thoroughly and develop it properly. It will break down the whole muscle and it will grow better, stronger, faster, more powerful depending on what you're training for. Now the problem with full range of movement is that not many people use it. So you'll get your bicep curls coming from here and it doesn't necessarily work. If you want to get a good peak, or if you want to work a particular part of a certain muscle or a range of movement that you're not very good at, fine. But in most circumstances, you don't want to be doing that. So as with the first example, bicep curl, you want to have your arms fully extended and then curl. What you don't want to do is to only curl it up to here or from here and just do half curls. If you're doing 21s, then that's slightly different, because then you'll be doing 7 reps up and then 7 reps doing the next half and then 7 full reps. And that's slightly different because you're still using that full range of movement overall. But as a rule, if you're just doing that single set, that single range of movement, you want to be doing that full technique, using the whole thing rather than just half. If you just get somebody who's half repping it here, then they're not going to have the same amount of strength at this lower portion or this upper portion. And exactly the same principle applies for when people do squats. So people will do goblet squats and they'll come down here, but that's it. They'll just stop at this position here and come back up. All that weight is now focused on the quads and not so much their glutes. So instead, they need to come as low as they can and then come back up. Use that full range of movement with the glutes to allow you to drive all the way up and let yourself come down nice and low. So you can get that tension through the glutes and through the quads as well, to lengthen that muscle before you use it. As mentioned, this allows you to break the muscle down better. If you don't do it, yes, it can allow you to work, say, a particular area of the muscle. For example, if you aren't very good at getting low in your squats, you can practice down here and just doing this half rep motion here and help to build that muscle with that range of movement where you're weaker. And that's a good way to train. I'll often get people to do 1.5 reps with a squat because that will allow them to get lower in their squat. They're comfortable with this upper half, but lower half, we have to drop the weight. So we drop that weight, and we get them to do all the way down, halfway up, all the way down again, and all the way up. That way they still get a full range of movement, but we're emphasizing that portion that they're not very good at. So if you feel like there's an area that you're particularly weak at, there's a range of movement that you're not very good at, then you need to train through that and not avoid it. I used to be the same when I first started training. When I was trying to do bench press, I couldn't get down very low. As soon as I'd get up about halfway, my arms would fire up because I'm used to using triceps with combat sports and so on, but I couldn't use my chest very well. As soon as I got the bar right down here, I could barely move it. So I had to decrease the weight and use full range of movement to let my chest catch up before I could then start building that weight up again. Alternatively, like I said, I could have done the 1.5 reps. That way I'm still working the upper body fairly well, but I'm allowing my chest to catch up a little bit better by doubling it up. Or you can use isometric training. So you would just hold it here, press against that weight as much as you can. It's going to be unmovable. The idea is you just want to hold that weight. And by doing that, you're going to develop that area, that sticking point, and that will allow you to develop that muscle so you can push through it then. However, I prefer to get people to move through the exercise. That way they use the whole muscle properly and as the body's designed to, rather than just holding it. Holding it still works, but using the muscle fluidly is better. You want that dynamic movement to allow you to go the whole way through. So that's all I've got for you for today. Hopefully you've enjoyed the content. Just remember to use a full range of movement. Whatever exercise you do, don't skip anything. Okay, it might feel like you have to do less reps or decrease the weight, but that's absolutely fine. As long as you do it properly, you will develop muscles better. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. You can also hit the bell down below to make sure you get notifications when I upload a new video. You can also like and follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram.